Welcome to Animals Today, your home for serious talk about animals. I'm Dr. Lori Kirshner. A couple summers ago, one of my friend's dogs, Simon, ate a couple pieces of chocolate cake that was left on the kitchen counter. My friend discovered what happened when she got home from work to have lunch with her dog, and she saw that the plastic wrapped around the cake and the pieces of cake were gone. Well, my friend knew, as most of us know, that chocolate is highly toxic and potentially lethal to dogs. So she immediately tried to call her veterinarian, but they were closed for lunch, so she called the Pet Poison Helpline. And keep in mind, the dog appeared to be fine. Simon was let out to relieve himself, and he had a normal bowel movement, and again, he seemed to be acting the same as usual. Well, I'll just tell you that things got bad and scary a few hours later. But thankfully, after spending a few nights in the veterinary hospital, being monitored and treated for any symptoms, Simon was and is okay. How much chocolate is really toxic for dogs? I'll tell you, it's much less than you'd think. Did you know that dry cocoa powder is actually the most toxic of all chocolates? All it takes is 1 ounce of cocoa powder to kill a 16-pound dog, or as little as 0.14 ounce, that's 4 grams of cocoa powder can actually cause toxic effects in a 10-pound dog. And your big 70-pound dog with just 1 lick of his tongue can get enough cocoa powder to potentially kill him. Accidents happen, and despite your best efforts, your companion animal can come into contact with a potentially poisonous substance. What do you think is the most common pet poison in your household? The most common group of toxins that pets ingest year after year? Over-the-counter medications meant for humans, including ibuprofen, acetaminophen, cold medications, joint creams and lotions, and herbal supplements. These are commonly used human medications. Most of us have acetaminophen, right? That's Tylenol. Or ibuprofen. That's Advil, Motrin. There are many brand names of ibuprofen. And a lot of us have these gels or creams you rub on your skin over sore joints. How easy is it for your dog to access that bottle of pills at your bedside, or ingest that little packet of Tylenol in your purse, or grab and puncture that tube of cream on your countertop? This is the number 1 cause of poisoning in our pets. Medication should not be left on the countertop or in areas reachable by your pet, including backpacks, purses, or whatever left on the chairs or on the floor. We've talked on the show about lotions and creams that contain various medications for human use, which can pose serious risks to dogs and cats. So there are several topical creams or ointments that contain common and potent ingredients known as the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs. Examples include diclofenac. This comes in many brand names, including Voltaren. Flurbiprofen, which is similar to Motrin and Advil, and Naproxen. These are ingredients commonly found in creams used to relieve sore joints and muscles. These can be very toxic to your pets. You rub these creams or gels right on your skin or your joints, and they can cause toxic reactions and even death when they're licked off your skin by our dog or cat, or absorbed through the skin of the pet after direct contact with your skin. And then you have these hormone applications or substances, creams, which contain estrogen or testosterone and other hormones. Same thing. A few years back, we spoke to a veterinarian about a set of diseases being seen more and more frequently in dogs and cats, and that is exposure to human hormone replacement therapy. These also come in the form of lotions and creams that you rub on yourself. And patches also, hormone patches. How easily do these patches unknowingly fall off your body when you come out of the shower and your dog sees it and scoops it up? And then you have all these herbal supplements or Chinese herbal therapy. These claim they can do everything from soothing your sore throat, aiding with weight loss, anxiety, pain, sleep, whatever. Many people feel comfortable with the idea of all natural or organic, whatever these marketing terms mean, form of remedy, and herbal medicines are readily available and don't require prescription from your doctor. Some people like that. But keep in mind, herbal supplements could also potentially kill your pet if consumed by your pet. Alpha lipoic acid, ALA, often sold as an herbal supplement, Also, it is an antioxidant, can cause low blood sugar and liver damage, and potentially lethal in dogs and cats. Tea extract, tea tree oil, white willow bark, I can go on. Even marijuana and cannabinoids are very toxic to our pets. So don't let the terms natural and herbal fool you. You might think you're doing something good for you, but can be very dangerous for pets. So human over-the-counter medication is the most frequent cause of pet poisoning. And so not surprising, the second most common pet toxin, according to the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center, is human prescription medication, with antidepressant, anticonvulsant, and heart medication ingestions being the most common cases. ADHD meds and thyroid meds also make up a significant amount of cases reported. Make sure your prescription medications and all your over-the-counter medications are safely locked away and out of your pet's reach. And I'll tell you, we human doctors, we don't know this stuff. We don't know what's potentially toxic to your pet. And we don't think about this when we're prescribing these medications to our patients. We're thinking about how to treat your ailments. We're not thinking about what happens if your pet at home accidentally consumes the medication we prescribed for you. The FDA recently issued several warnings to pet owners that skin cancer creams like Euphodex and Fluorouracil are highly toxic to pets. Over the past couple of years, there have been dozens of dogs and cats and other small animals who've died or have become extremely ill after licking the skin of someone who has used this class of medication. And in other cases, a pet owner may apply cream on his skin and then handle his pet. The dog then groomed his fur, ingesting the medication, and becomes sick or dies. So just be mindful that keeping your pet safe is not on your doctor's mind when they prescribe a medication to you. And in this particular case, when we're dealing with a very strong anti-cancer cream, it might seem obvious to you and me, this could be risky for our pets, but other medications and supplements and applications might not be so obvious. So just assume every medication that's meant for you will harm or kill our pet if he consumes it. Number 3 on the list of most common pet toxins or poisons, food. Xylitol. How many times have you heard me talk about xylitol being toxic to our pets? We talked about foods that may contain xylitol. It's present in many foods, and you don't know unless you look at the ingredients. Your peanut butter might have xylitol. Did you know that? Your pudding snacks, ice cream might contain xylitol. How would you feel, oh my God, if you give your dog a tiny bit of ice cream because you know he just enjoys it so much and you find out it contains xylitol? Sugar-free cake mixes, sugar-free candy, and mints often contain xylitol. Chewing gum, human toothpaste, and mouthwash commonly contain xylitol. It's great to get into the habit of brushing your dog's teeth, but never use human toothpaste. So xylitol is a big one. Did you know grapes, raisins, onions, garlic are also toxic to pets? Look in the ingredients before deciding to give your pet a taste of certain human foods. Onion and garlic powder are often added to a lot of foods to make them taste better, so look at the ingredients. Here's a good example. Cats usually love the taste of meat-based baby food, and cat owners might find out that many times baby food will be the only thing your cat will eat when he's sick. Many of the baby foods come with seasonings like onion powder and garlic powder. I read that an onion powder, can become toxic to a cat if more than 1 gram per 5 pounds of body weight is ingested. That's such a small amount of onion powder. If you ever weighed out 1 gram of anything like sugar or flour, you'll see it's an incredibly small amount. So you want to make sure the baby food you're buying is just water and chicken or water and the meat.